It is September 1st, and on the Avenue, I want to every month bring you just a little chat time. We're going to focus on some things, and I'm going to challenge you on something in specific that I do want you to work on for the month of September. We know fourth quarter is right around the corner. At the end of September, this is the end of the third quarter. October will begin the beginning of the fourth quarter. And I want us to get more intentional about our finances, the things that we want to do. All year long, I've been talking about finances and you've been listening about finances. And some of you have been making changes with your finances. I don't know who has and who hasn't. But for the month of September, I want you to put in perspective time. If you haven't done something for the first 8 months of the year, now is the time to do it. Maybe you promised yourself that I'm going to get on a budget. 8 months have gone by, you're still not on that budget. Maybe you promised yourself that I'm going to pay down a couple of debts, maybe 1 or 2 debts, just start simple. However, those debts are still out there. You may have promised yourself, I'm going to move from my $1,500 that I have in my emergency fund to a 3-month or 6-month emergency fund. However, it's still lingering. You have not done it. If you don't take the time to go ahead and do things, you all, it'll never get done. Time is more valuable than money. I learned that, I was told that in a college class. It was an economics teacher that told us, and I was sitting in the class and I remember it like it was yesterday. She said, you will find that time is more valuable than money. And when you're, 18, 19 years old, sitting in the class that young and you're thinking, and broke, you're thinking there's no way time is more valuable than money. But the older you get, the more you begin to realize time is more valuable than money. You cannot replace time. There's certain things you can get more money. You can replace money. You can replace houses. You can replace cars. You cannot replace time. So the things that you've not done since the beginning of the year, the promises that you've made to yourself, I want you to sit down and consider those. I want you to be more intentional about going after those things. If it is a budget that you need to make, September 1st is today. I want you to sit down and make that budget today. Write it out on a spreadsheet, get an app loaded onto your phone, take the time out, whether it's 30 minutes, whether it's an hour, whether it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, take the time. You've not done it all year long, right? So imagine all those hours. 2 hours is nothing to accomplishing your future goals. So I do want you to consider this. Take the time to sit down and write out your plans, write out your goals, whatever it is that you need to focus on. Because without a plan to get there, any road will take you anywhere. So we need to be more intentional about the time that we have, left, and focus on certain things in our lives. The financial areas that we know we need to focus on, but we've not done it over the last 8 months. I'm asking you for the month of September, to focus on certain things, and that's dealing with time. Let's sit down and use our time more wisely. First thing I want you to do is to set out clear goals. Make sure they're crystal clear. You know exactly where you're going in your financial life. If you want to retire at a certain age, set out clear goals. Make sure the budget and everything you have going on align with those goals that you set out. But it's just so vitally important that you know and you understand what you need to do. Regardless of whatever's going on around you, your goals need to be clear so that you can move in that direction. The next thing I want you to do is to actually prioritize what is important to you. There are certain things that you do on a daily basis that wouldn't matter if you did them or not. But then there are certain things that you need to do every day, such as when you wake up in the morning. If you're a spiritual person, you may be praying, you may be meditating, you may be reading scripture, you may be reading positive affirmations to get your day started. You may be in groups, accountability groups that start every morning, at 6, 7 in the morning. There are certain things you do. You may need to drink a glass of water every morning, but those are the priorities. Cut out some of the distractions, because distractions are all around you. And the first thing distractions want to do, they're kind of like the devil. They want to get you off of that path that you know you need to be on. It's a distraction. It's something that you really don't need to deal with right now. You need to focus on the things that you need to be focused on that will get you to the goals that you set out and made very clear to yourself. And you may need to make some of these goals clear to others around you. And if people or things are a distraction, it's going to be tough, but you need to limit them or cut them off because they're getting you off of the path that you need to be on to make those goals that you said you wanted to make. So we're focusing on using time wisely. We're focusing on being intentional. And those are two of the things that I want you to start doing for the month of September. Next, I want you to be conscious of your daily decisions. I always say your daily decision determines your destiny. However, we make decisions every day about buying lunch, about buying coffee, about using gas in the wrong way, or just whatever, buying clothes. We make decisions every day, especially money decisions. And I want you to be more conscious of the decisions that you're making. Maybe take a lunch to work, maybe eat more salad, eat healthier for you. But these daily decisions will determine your destiny, where you're going, whether you want to go there or not, because if you overeat because of the decisions or eat out all the time because of the decisions that you're making, no one is forcing you to make these decisions. And then you end up in a spot where your health is bad or you're overweight or something like that. That's because of those decisions that you made to go down that way. If you start making better decisions, drinking more water, going to the gym, maybe taking walks, meditating, doing something to help the stress level come down and your health go up, these decisions will put you in a better spot in the future also. One thing that will help tremendously with your daily decisions is if you go ahead and make habits, establish habits that you're going to do every day. If the habit is when I wake up before I get out of bed to whisper a word of prayer or read my Bible or do some meditation, do some affirmations, whatever it is, but make a habit every day. This is what I'm going to do every day, or this is what I'm going to do 5 days a week. And on Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to do something different. If I'm going to drink 8 ounces of water when I first get up, because when you first get up, that's when your body's going through elimination process. So it's a great time to drink water to help your body go through the elimination process. So these are things that you can pick up habits that you want to do on a daily basis, and then don't deviate from the habit. If that's what you say you're going to do, make a promise to yourself, then keep that promise that you made to yourself to make you a better person, make your future better, make your destiny better. Make sure you stay on that right path that you want to be on to get to those places that you want to go. And then the last challenge I will put in front of you is to be disciplined. Stay on what you say you're going to do. When you think you may waver or get off, think of your why. Why are you doing this? Is there someone in your life, your child, your spouse, or is it your parents, somebody that you know that's going to need you around to take care of them financially or physically? You need to be the very best person that you need to be for maybe somebody else. Or you could be doing it just because you want to do it. You want to feel better. So you want to eat healthier. You want to start exercising. You want to sleep at night. So you want to get that budget together. You want to get the emergency fund together. You may want to buy a house. So think of your why. When it's time to make that decision, am I going to buy those shoes? Am I going to buy those golf clubs right now? And I think that, you know what, this is going to pull money from the money I need going in a different direction. I'll make that decision, make the right decision for me. If I want to prolong getting into that house or getting into that new car, you'll go and buy those shoes. If you want to get to where you want to get faster by making the right decisions, that's going to be on you also. So I'm just wanted to sit down and chat with you on September 1st. And every month, it's my hope and goal to come back every month. And we're going to have this chat about what we're going to focus on for the month. You know, we're a group. Some of you guys come in on a regular basis, and thank you for doing that. You follow me. I want to be a voice that you can listen to, a voice that makes sense. I'm very practical. If you know me, if you've looked at some of my videos, if you know me in person, you know that I'm practical. I just tell it like it is, and it needs to make sense. So with that being said, I hope that you will consider some of this. And I know this is not a Tuesday, but I will be back every Tuesday like I do with my normal videos. This was a special chat session for September 1st. We're going to work on our time because you will find time is more valuable than money. And I know they say time flies, but if time does fly, you are the pilot of your time. Hopefully this video has been impactful to you, had made an impression on you. And I want to know in the comments if there's something that hit a nerve that you're going to do better with. I'd love to hear from you guys anytime you write something in the comments. But if this is resonating with you, if this is something somebody may have needed to hear this, if that's you, I want you to put it in the comments that I'm going to be more conscious of my time. We only have a certain amount of time to be on earth, and then that's it. So let's respect time. Let's do right by our time. We're stewards of our own time. So let's do right by our own time and make the best of the time that God has given us to be here on this earth. Appreciate it. Just make the best out of life and spend time wisely.